In this video, I'm going to be going over the exact system that Matt Gray used to make over $500,000 every single month from his coaching business while working just 4 hours a day. And I have simplified it so you can understand how it works and implement it into your own business. Without wasting much time, let's get into it. I'm going to be going over the traffic, how he gets traffic, how he nurtures these leads, convert them to leads, I would say. Then, of course, how he collects money from them, how he converts them. And we all know that nothing will work here if traffic is not being generated. So, that being said, yeah. So, we're going to be talking about TikTok first. TikTok is a very simple one, like we know for almost every coach. He has about 150,000 followers, which is cool, and 2.5 million likes. I mean, that's amazing. And like you can see, the call to action here is a newsletter. I'm going to be going over why a newsletter in a minute. But of course, his call to action takes visitors to a newsletter, which is more like a lead magnet. And I would not always advise newsletter, but newsletter works for him because of the kind of niche he's selling to. He's selling to like top business owners looking to grow further in their business or get to $5 million in their coaching business. I mean, experts that have spent years in the space. So I mean, they read news, they read the news, so they will be familiar with newsletters. So of course, and his content is similar to what he does on his Instagram. Like, you can see something like this, and similar to what he does on his Instagram, right? And of course, his core idea is building systems, audience growth, and organic funnel. That's basically what he teaches. He doesn't run ads, so yeah, that's how cool he gets. And of course, like I said, his Instagram is no different from, I mean, all of his short form content. They are all clip version of his long form. But he has some uniquely made short content for Instagram, and which goes across other platforms as well. Or equally, he uses slides as a once in a while to explain some concepts. And he has about almost 1 million followers, which is quite great. Now, next to the Twitter, which is one of like the main key, in fact, the key place in all of this, because this is his core space alongside LinkedIn, because he uses the threads he writes um, uh, on Twitter. He spreads it up, he uses that to validate ideas, then spreads it across other platforms like a content waterfall, same as what Alex Emoji does. Write a thread on Twitter, see how people react to it, then spread it, use it as a guide to spread more content to, I mean, spread the content to every other person. Let me pause this. So each content could serve him in at least 30 different areas. So that being said, let's get to the LinkedIn, which is practically where the first place where his tweets spreads to. And of course, LinkedIn is simple. He shares similar message as he does on X, especially one that, I mean, one of his X content that does well. Like I said, he makes it thread, then breaks it down and feed it. He makes it thread on Twitter, breaks it down, then feed it to other platforms. Because I mean, it's doing well, it's going to do well everywhere as well. And let's look at his LinkedIn. Of course, the bio is simple. Founder of and CEO of OS. That's his program. And of course, he said proven system to grow a profitable audience with organic content, which is what I said earlier. Then, of course, when you come down to his featured section, it keeps it very simple. Just his newsletter. We're going to get to this in a minute. This is to tick. Yeah, so his newsletter, then of course, join Founder OS, book a call, which is more like if you don't want to go through the process of newsletter, because this newsletter will still bring you back to apply it. So if you don't want to go through that process, just book a call immediately. And of course, and his posts are simple and straight to the point. He talks majorly about how to build a business while working less and also building a personal brand, more like how to build a business online, something like that. You get then to YouTube, which is like the main and the main place. This is where, of course, he builds. He talks about, of course, system audience growth and organic funnel, and he's he also shares how he's been able to build a successful seven-figure business while working less hours. And this is where he builds trust, because there's no way you spend hours binge watching him with the kind of content he creates that you will not know, like, and trust him, or at least feel like you already know, like, and trust him. And of course, be open to buy. I mean, when I was doing this research, I was looking at his content, and I promise you, I was already thinking about, I mean, trying to also buy his program. Let me reduce the size of this. Yeah. So that's basically what you want to use your YouTube for. You want to put out long form content. So it could become like sales materials for you. Once you're trying to convince a client to buy from you, one of the places you send them to use your YouTube, or you take some YouTube content and send to them to build more trust. So that being said, one of the cool things he does is look at his YouTube description. When he makes every single video, one particular thing is consistent. The link to his offer, which you can equally see here. Yeah, the link to his offer, the link to his offer. So newsletter, then his offer. They both newsletter and apply. Then of course he also talks about give like a context to the story with each which I think usually on the second paragraph. Yep, usually in the second paragraph, it gives context to the post. But the first link is usually the link to his offer, and that's what you should do too. Because I mean, you don't want to have your because the first thing is once they are watching, the first thing that shows, first line of description, it should be the link to your offer. So you can easily just click on it and proceed to work with you. So yeah, another interesting part too is all of the free resource he gives also still links back to applying to work with him, and that's just how it should be. So another thing too he uses podcast, but the thing about podcast is podcast you cannot track the traffic that comes from podcast except you ask them, but then that's wasting real estate space. You can ask them on the call, right? Then and it brings the least conversion because most people listen to podcasts probably on the road to work or probably taking care of something. Or I mean, they listen when they are busy doing other things, and they have to bring out their phone, type a link to access you, and all of the other cool stuff that happen with podcasts. So that's basically how he generates traffic. Now we're going to look at how he manages to use this traffic so well that he generates this amount of money every single month. So first thing first, like I told you about, he sent them to his newsletter, which is what he did for look at his TikTok to newsletter, his Instagram as well to newsletter, his Twitter. Then, of course, for LinkedIn, you can see how consistent he is with these links. This is equally the newsletter as well. And of course, he's going to also talk about it on the podcast. So he sends them to his newsletter. Then once they try to get the framework, they fill their details to get it. I mean, so if you're going to do something similar, even if you're going to give other lead magnet that's not a newsletter, you're going to ask for the name, email, name, and phone number because it's very so you can at least also your dialers can also call them to maybe book a call or get to share more details with them about your offer once in a while, probably if you need to. Then of course, let's say they've of course given their details and this brings them to the lead magnet, the newsletter. The first welcome message is this. Now look at the cool stuff too. At the end of the newsletter, which is supposed to be free, you also get a call to action. If you're already thinking this is exactly what I need, you can skip ahead and apply to see if you can help. Inside you get a blah 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 blah. Exactly. See what the cool stuff. Then of course, you added the testimonial at the bottom. That's exactly what you should do for your lead magnets, or if you're going to use a newsletter, that's exactly what you should do. You should try to still convert them to book a call. Some will still go convert from this as well. Probably when they came in, they only saw the newsletter, the lead magnet, they pick it up. Then once they're reading through this, of course, this is enough to also bring them back to the page where they can apply to work with you. Then, of course, once they get filling their details to work with him, of course, they land on the thank you the supposed thank you page for getting this for subscribing to the newsletter. Then of course on that page there is a VSL. There is a VSL, and what happens here is there's another call to action asking you to apply. Then of course with proof of recommendations and testimonials all over the page that even give you a chance to load more, which means this page of course is optimized to also convert people that have gotten the free lead magnet. Then, of course, to apply, you get to fill in some details that, of course, get them to, I think I've spoken about this. That's what get them to land on this page, which, of course, more like a thank you for applying to work with us. Based on your answers, I mean, this was not tracked. I mean, based on your answers, we believe we can help you. Your next step is to book a call and speak with a program specialist. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Now, this page is almost similar to the other one, but of course, with a different heading because we've gone to a new place now. And of course, you apply to work with him. Once you've applied, then you ask to book a call. Of course, you pick your preferred dates, then boom, you land on it. Another thank you page again, which kind of like gives you more context as to why you need to book a call. So one of the mistakes I see people make is once they get customers to ask clients to book a call, they expect that this client will just show up. Yeah, some would show up, but many will drop off. So you want to immediately book the call, then you want to start nurturing them and preparing them to show up, which means as they book the call, you want to give them more instruction and more information about you, more testimonials, more proof. You can see the way he did it with Ali Abdal. This is with Russell Bronson. This is with, I'm not sure who this is. So more testimonials and more cool stuff that will make them even trust you more and see the reason why they have to attend that call, that they must not miss it. So this is so much details that there's no way you go through this and you don't feel like you have to show up. Do you understand? So that's the importance of having a page. You don't just tell a person, thank you for booking a call and ask them to go. No, don't do that. So this is how we then get you, and of course you're going to get an email telling you, oh, thank you for booking a call, and we're happy to meet you, whatever cool stuff. But of course, there is a system to getting your prospects to show up for the call, which we're going to talk about that in a minute. So, but before I get into that, if you're still watching this, right, to this moment, it means you're an expert looking to start or scale your coaching business, and you probably don't know how to get started, or you don't have as much time because you're busy serving your students or creating the best content. My name is Bright, and I help experts doing 5 to 10K per month who currently have an active audience start and scale their coaching business to as high as $50,000 plus per month, all done for you. So if you're interested in knowing if or how I can help you, click the first link below. My DM, click the first link below and DM me the word coach on Instagram, and we can chat. And even if I cannot help you, you will definitely leave better than you came in with. Top game on how you can manage or scale the coaching business on your own. So that being said, let's continue. Now we've spoken about how we can generate traffic and how we can convert them to leads, nurture them, and get them prepared to work with you. Next is how you convert them to leads. I'm not going to go into details into this. I believe I have a video. I'm going to make a separate video into how the details of this. But the goal is you're going to have setters, dialers, and closers. The dialers will be calling these people that have booked. Maybe they give you their phone number when they were booking the call. The setters will be trying to reach out to them either via WhatsApp, via DM, via email to show they give them more information about your business and probably even qualify them more. Send them more testimonials. Send them more things you've done. Send them more proof of recommendation about probably you with some of that top voices in the space to make them understand that you can actually offer value and you are notable, right? Then of course, and this reminders and a lot of other cool stuff that gets them to show up on the call is sent to them, but immediately they book the call, 24 hours before the call, 1 hour before the call, and 5 minutes before the call, right? And now this is the one that you're reaching to them manually, and this is the automated ones that is sent to them immediately before the call. Now, like I said, I don't want to go to this, but then there's email being sent, there's SMS being sent, there's it's going to send it 24 hours before the call, 6 hours, 1 hour, and 5 minutes. This way, there is no way they can escape showing up for the call, right? I hope you got this clearly. Now, like I said, there's the closers, there's setters, and there's dialers. Then for the dialers, we'll give them a call to get them to, well, like, oh, you booked the call, right? We hope you're showing up and all of that to confirm the call booking with them. That way, they feel the personal touch. Because if you don't call them, I mean, there's a chance they could not show up for the call, probably they got distracted and so. But if they made you a promise by themselves that they're going to show up, increase the chance of them showing up. Definitely boost the percentage, your show up rate by a far margin. Then of course there's the setters reaching out to them via email, probably even DM on WhatsApp to like confirm them, have like a personal conversation with them to know you hope you're showing up for the call, and this is more info about us. This is our testimonials. This is how we help XYZ get this XYZ result. Watch this is going to help you. I believe you've gotten this kind of information if you've actually applied for these coaching programs. Then that being said, the final thing that is being done on this team is a very proper tracking sheet, because the only way you can scale your business is blocked. The only way you can scale your business is when you track the numbers effectively. Like I was, of course, you want to track the close rate, the show up rate, cash collected, payment setup, follow up, and every other data that is being collected during this call process, because that's the way you know what to improve on, what to correct, what to change. You can watch the sales calls and see where needs to be improved and all of the other cool stuff around running and making sure your clients show up and book a call with you. So that being said, hope I was not too fast, but you're probably still watching this because you're, of course, you're an expert and you're probably looking to grow and scale your coaching business, and that's what I do actually. Like I said, my name is Bright, and there's a chance you don't have the time to do this yourself and you will need someone to help take over that part of your business for you, all done for you, right? That's what I do as well. I help experts scale their coaching business to from 20 to 50K, even as high as 100K per month, all done for you. And so if you're looking to start, or even if you just want to have a chat to know if I can help you or not, click the first link in the description and DM me the word coach on Instagram, and we can chat. And even if I cannot help you, you will definitely leave better than you came in, with more game on how you can scale your coaching business. So I hope this was helpful to you. I'm going to be creating more content like this. Of course, have a good day. Have a good one.